Funding for Off 90 is provided in part by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund and the citizens of Minnesota.
Cruising your way on this episode of Off 90. We head to Winona to do some horsing around. Join us for an evening of painting and revelry in Rochester. The Austin Artworks Festival returns, bringing with it a celebration of art, music, and fun. And attend a festival in Rochester that celebrates the legacy of the Irish. It's all just ahead, Off 90. Hi, I'm Barbara Keith. Thanks for joining me on this episode of Off 90. Do you have a tendency to follow the herd? Well, so do cattle. This is where cowboys and their horses come in. When cowboys and cowgirls need to separate a cow from the herd, they rely heavily on their horses for help. There are competitions for this sort of thing called cutting. We took a trip to Winona to learn how it's done.
I'm a sixth generation rancher, farmer, so it was really, I grew up with cattle and horses and livestock, so it was a real natural fit. I love horses, I love cattle, and this is something that we really return to our roots and we recapture history. I'm J.P. Bell, and I'm president of the Minnesota Cutting Horse Association. We're in Winona, Minnesota at the Minnesota Equestrian Center. We put on 3 cutting horse show events here per year, one in June, one in August, one in October. We're represented by the Dakotas and Iowa, Nebraska, of course Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois, maybe some Missouri. This is a cutting horse show that was derived from our past and sorting cattle, doctoring cattle. You'll take a cow from a herd, separate it, try to keep it from returning to the herd, and then you're scored on how well you control the cow and how well you move the cow away from the cattle. So the horse that does it the best with the most eye appeal and kind of vigor and you know, the ability to do it, that's how we win and lose and you know, do well.
The next horse to work is Smarty's a Scoot, owned by David Hansen and shown by J.P. Bell of Duluth.
I started showing when I was 6 years old. It was real natural for me, and I had the natural tie with cattle and having cattle, growing up with cattle, so I have, you know, maybe the ability to read cattle and to understand them. So it was a real natural fit. And I'm not saying it was easy the first few years, and a lot to learn, and continues to be a lot to learn. But you know, I knew it was something I loved and wanted to do, and wanted to make it my you know, not only my hobby but passion, and make it my life.
I've been horse crazy since I was 2.
This is Terry Parsons.
My name is Terry Parsons. I'm from Congerville, Illinois, and this is Bummin' a Light. When you go in to cut your calf, you drive out from a herd, a group of cattle, sort down to one calf, and on a loose rein with no contact on the bit, it's up to your horse to counteract the calf's natural desire to want to return to the herd. So you're up there and you're sitting and you might do a few things to enhance the ride, but these horses are reading that calf, stopping with it, going with it, and doing it on their own. So it's pretty amazing.
You basically watch the cattle and choose a cow that hasn't been chosen yet. And so your helpers are watching and looking at the cattle and making sure that we're not cutting cattle that have already been cut.
I love the brains that it takes for these horses to do it, the athletic ability, And it goes back to our Western heritage. It came off the ranches when they had to cull cattle, doctor cattle, and that's where the cow sense started, and then they bred it in the horses that they found were good at that. And it's been refined for the show arena, and it's a thrilling experience. All our horses we've raised from babies. This mare is 6 years old. We have her mother, we have her grandmother at home. So our horses are really homebred horses. I cut on her grandmother in the 500 amateur class many, many years ago in about 80, 85, 86, and it was just so thrilling. And it's been that way. I've been blessed to ride some nice horses, and every one of them are a little different, but cutters are just an exciting horse to demonstrate and show.
It's really a dance between a cow and a horse, and we get to go along for the ride. You're as good as your horse, but you still need to be able to ride a little and have some balance. But just working on overall horsemanship and the ability to ride is one of the most important things. And really anybody can do it on a good horse. I give lessons all the time at home to a lot of people that are very, very novice, but they get on a highly trained horse and they're doing the job basically for you. And so it makes it really fun and really easy.
When you go into the herd, you're holding both reins and you're directing your horse. You're directing your horse until you sort down to one calf, and at that point, you put your hands down on their neck, your hand, and your reins are loose with no contact on the bit. That's one of the rules. And so there is no control via the reins at that point for you to tell your horse what they need to do. They have to read the cow, go with the cow, stop, turn around and come back on their own. With cutting horses, you can enhance a move, but by trying to tell them where to go, by the time you see that calf move, you process that, it goes to your leg, you cue them, it goes to their brain and they process it, it's all over. They're actually, with their eye and their brain, they're reading the movement of that calf and they're reacting to that.
Started in kind of early 1900s, and lots of different ranchers that had very good horses. To get bragging rights who had the best horse, they would have competitions on which horse could sort the best and hold the cow from returning to the herd. So what we're doing here is really the exact same thing, only it's a scored event, and there's purses, lots of money involved in cutting. The world champion in our fraternity will win $200,000 this year. So this is at a lower level, but it's a regional show, and there's still thousands of dollars here that people will win. It's an amazing thrill, and it's an amazing ride. It's kind of like a controlled spook, where if you've ever rode a horse or dropped a long ways on a Ferris wheel or anything like that. Big, hard moves, and the horse is going back and forth. So it's a thrill that's really maybe a little bit hard to explain, but it's very quick movements, and the horse is stopping hard, and you're just up there enjoying it, just kind of directing them a little bit, you know, trying to stay out of the horse's way, making sure that they are in the right position on the cow. But you know, you're basically a passive passenger on the horse. There's a real strong tie between the horses and the cattle, and their just love for it. You know, we see horses in their 20s continue to do this, and so they really enjoy what they do. They love what they do, and so I think that makes it kind of really special when you're part of that, part of the union between them, and part of that whole tie between the horse and the cow. So it makes it a lot of fun.
According to the owners of Canvas and Chardonnay in Rochester, everyone is an artist. Canvas and Chardonnay is a bistro that serves wine and art. The classes are fun and laid back, An art instructor will guide you step by step, replicating the evening's featured painting. They also serve drinks, play some great music, and have lots of fun. The people at Canvas and Chardonnay are confident that you'll go home with a painting that is uniquely yours.
And have you been here before? Okay, so paints are here tonight. We've got a lot of extra tools. I've got all of our tools out here, the brushes, the pages, and I'll be your instructor. I'll be right up here in the front. All right, have fun.
It is fun. It's a ton of fun. It's a painting party. Two of my favorite things together, drinking wine and painting. You do them together with 60 of your new best friends. It just doesn't get any better than that. I'm Lisa Schneider, and I'm the owner and Chief Creative Officer at Canvas and Chardonnay. I'm from Colorado. My husband's from Rochester. I painted at Canvas and Cocktails in Denver, Colorado, and we loved it. We had so much fun, and I thought, we've got to bring that to Rochester. People in Rochester would really love this.
Hello, painters. All right, welcome to Canvas and Chardonnay. I usually don't start off like this, but I would love to see a set of hands as who's been here before. Oh my God, that might be my most ever, so totally awesome.
Tonight's instructor is my husband, Joe, and he does a great job with class. The painters always love him. He has a lot of fun on stage, and painters really enjoy him. Joe loves to talk, so he'll go around and he'll talk to every painter here and make sure that they're engaged and having a good time.
Now we have Kat and Leah working the bar tonight. Okay. Yes. Now they both teach classes here, so if I'm not available, flag down one of those girls and they'll be able to help you also.
We've had a lot of success with the business. We started out with 40 easels, and we started selling out our first classes about the second month we were open. And then a couple months in, we were selling out pretty much every class. And then about 6 months in, we were selling out every class. So then we expanded into the back of the building, and now we can seat 60 painters. And we're still selling out with many classes and have wait lists still on many classes. Seven days a week, 2 classes on Saturdays. All kinds of people come here. It's mostly ladies, but we do get still quite a few men. We get a lot of mothers and daughters coming, a lot of bachelorette parties, birthday parties, work parties. We do a lot of work parties. Probably every weekend we do 3 to 4 bachelorette parties. We do lots of corporate team building events. We also, it's exciting, sometimes we get 4 generations in families that'll come in. We'll have great grandma, mom, and daughter that'll all come in and paint together, and that makes a really special memory for them.
What keeps me coming back is the wonderful owners, a great atmosphere, and you get to paint and drink and hang out with your friends.
Our most popular paintings are 50 Shades of Rain. That's a mixed media one. Each night we have a featured painting that people sign up for to come in and paint that night, but not everybody always paints that. People are always free to paint whatever they like.
And you can apply the glue right in front of your easel. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna Mod Podge on 2 rows of pages onto our canvas.
Art is therapy, and people will come in stressed out after a long day of work and sit down and relax with a glass of wine and paint, and it just makes you really focused and in the moment, and kind of takes away the stress of the day. I've always been interested in art, and I've always dabbled in different mediums, whether it be pottery or watercolors or acrylic painting on canvas. I wouldn't say I'm a great artist, but I love to learn and I love to experiment, and I love to help other people get started too and get over the fear of I can't do it, and to turn that into I can. For the future, at some point I imagine we'll want to sell it and move on to our next venture, but right now we're having too much fun to even think about selling it yet. So I get the most satisfaction when people come in at the beginning of the night. Sometimes it's a wife who's dragged her husband to come to a class and he's got this look on his face like there's a million places I'd rather be. And by the end of the night he's had so much fun and is so excited and turns to her and says, "When are we coming back to do this again?" That means a lot to us.
Party on, painters! All right, awesome, thank you.
The Austin Artworks Festival is a major investment in the culture of Austin. In its third year, the festival again shows that it can be a premier southeastern Minnesota event. Artworks features visual, performing, media, and literary artists with ties to the Austin community. Join us for a celebration of the arts in Austin.
We weren't sure exactly what to expect when we started the Artworks Festival 3 years ago. It basically blew away our expectations. We just wanted it to be a celebration of the arts in Austin. My name is Jenny Knabel. I'm the Executive Director of the Austin Area Commission for the Arts, and we oversee the Austin Artworks Festival. The festival has been around for 3 years, and that's how long I've been involved. It's progressively grown each year. So the first year we had 5,000 people attend. Last year we had 6,500 attend, and so we're hoping for an even bigger turnout this year. Each year we've increased the amount of artists that have participated. This year is the first year that we've actually invited artists outside of Austin, the Austin connection, to participate in the festival. And I assume as years come, as we've grown and we'll expand out further, we'll get even more participants involved in the festival. This year, we've expanded outside of the historic downtown power plant grounds, and we're going to go to downtown Austin on Main Street, and there will be a Spare Arts bike show. And so it's motorcycles that have been hand-built and hand-painted and just created from scratch, and so they'll all be on display on Main Street. It is celebrating motorcycle art, essentially. So it's a huge amount of people in our community that build their motorcycles from scratch. So they'll get parts from other motorcycles, they'll build the bike, and then they'll also do like custom paint jobs, custom leather work, and they go to shows all over the United States. So it'll be a showcase of motorcycles. This festival could not happen without help from volunteers. We have well over 100 people volunteer to help put the festival on. There's a core group of people that help organize the festival, but then the actual days of the festival, days leading up to the festival, and the cleanup afterwards, we have tons and tons of volunteers that put in many, many hours of work in helping make the festival happen. So we start 2 days prior to the event to start setting up all the displays, setting up each gallery space, each staging area, and then the day before the festival, our volunteers are very active in helping the artists display their work, which is a different experience than most artists have at art festivals. Usually they're left to their own devices to set up and display their work, but we're really hands-on with our festival, which is also why we need a lot of volunteer support. And then the days of the festival, we have volunteers greeting people, handing out programs, helping artists, like if they need a break or they need water, and helping keep the grounds clean, all sorts of different activities. The Irish Festival is important to artists because it gives them a chance, it gives them exposure to show their work to our community, which is for the visual artists, well actually for all of the artists, is really, really key in helping build a fan base for their work. The Irish Festival is an economic driver for the community. It brings in many visitors. It's a great event because it appeals not only to our community members, but it also brings in people outside of the community into the community. And everyone who attends the festival ends up spending their money locally, and a lot of them wouldn't otherwise be here if it wasn't for the festival. So those are kind of the ways in which it's an economic driver. And it also helps support artists locally. Last year we sold $26,000 worth of artwork and books, which is a pretty great amount for us. And we're hoping that will just continue to increase over the years. It's been a great opportunity for our local artists to get exposure to not only our community, but all the visitors that are coming into our community. And it has been a great economic driver for the artists. A great aspect of the arts is it's a fun way to bring people together to share in a common activity. And a lot of the feedback we've gotten, especially the first year for the festival, because people were so surprised by it, that they spent more time just trying to get to the festival because of all the friends and neighbors that they saw along the way and had chances to reconnect with. So that is almost the bigger picture piece of the Artworks Festival, beyond the art and beyond the activity. It's just a chance for people to get together and share time with one another.
There once was a celebration to honor all Irish relation. There were girls a-dancing and dogs a-prancing. Rochester was its location. We went to Rochester to check out Irishfest, a celebration of all things Irish.
Welcome to Rochester, Minnesota. The most Irish place in America today, maybe. The most Irish place in Minnesota anyway, right now. So the event has grown since we started in 2011 from a very small, tame festival in the Peace Plaza with a couple of acts to this huge festival now growing with a workshop area, a kids stage, a lot of kids events here, and we've a massive stage out in the main park, the baseball field here at the History Centre, and it's just going from strength to strength. Well, Irishfest here in Rochester, Minnesota is every Labour Day weekend a big celebration of Irish culture. Music, storytelling, dancing, baking, dogs. We have a big main stage that has music going throughout the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The main thing I want people to experience is that they enjoy the crack, and that's not something you buy on the street here in America. That's the music of the other world. Absorbing the music, some of the language, storytelling. The dancing, and really getting the taste of the cultures that I grew up with. So some of the most Irish things you'll find here are people like myself with an accent maybe, but with that we have the finest Irish traditional musicians. And then we've great storytellers, we have artisans, we have great displays of history of Irish in Minnesota. And then we have all of the types of Irish dogs. We have Irish wolfhounds, red setters, and every type of dog you think would come from Ireland, they're all here on view in the dog tent. And we have the hottest band in the country, Bioga, who were flown in from the north of Ireland. Here at Irishfest, we really base our emphasis on traditional Irish musicians that are touring the country at the moment. They're coming here to Rochester, Minnesota. That's where it all springs from, the music. And so if the music is what brings them in, then we can expose them to the other elements of the Irish culture and absorb that kind of island feeling of Ireland that, you know, time is not essential. It's all about enjoying yourself. And sometimes in America, it's very hard. People work too much. And if I can help them in any way to enjoy life a bit better through music and storytelling and Irish culture, then I'd be happy with my day's work.
That's all for this episode. Please help keep Off 90 on the air with more great stories by becoming a member of KSMQ Public Television. Give us a call at 507-481-2095 or 1-800-658-2539 or sign up online at ksmq.org. Thanks for watching. Join us next time, Off 90.
Funding for Off 90 is provided in part by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund and the citizens of Minnesota.